Welcome to a brief training video on filter help within the Reports catalog. With the new software update, the report catalog groups reports by category. Therefore, searching for the ideal report will be faster and easier. This new layout also provides greater flexibility when searching for specific criteria within the reports and offers improvements when running to Excel. For this training exercise, we are going to look at a trial balance report in the General Ledger group. As you'll see here, the layout of the parameters has changed. The parameters for the date ranges are similar to before. We'll start off by selecting the date range. For this example, we'll use this fiscal year. Select the checkbox at the Export Data to Excel prompt if you wish to extract the report to Excel. Otherwise, the report will default to a PDF format. On the right-hand side, the pieces of the account codes are listed, and I'd like to show you different ways to use the report query. When requesting to extract a report, keep in mind, in order to provide greater flexibility, the report catalog is written to include the use of query operators, which are symbols used to yield the requested values from the report. Before we get to operators, I need to point out the two wildcard symbols used to indicate one or more characters when searching criteria to find requests. First, the % sign is a wildcard used to identify any string of characters, which basically means anything goes from this point forward until the next character. For example, if you are searching for an object code that begins with a 61, you would enter 61% in the object field. Second, the underscore character is the skeleton character to indicate an exact position. For example, if you are looking for an organization code that has a 1 in the first position, a 1 in the last position, and any character in the middle, you would enter 1_1 in the organization field. Most of the time you'll be using the query operators, so let's go over those. These are also available on the WebSmart Support Help screens by selecting the Filter Help on the lower right-hand side of the screen. Let's go over the basic query operators. First is the tilde, which means like. The values match the patterns defined by the text that follows. Patterns must contain a wildcard or it's functionally equivalent to saying equals. Next is the exclamation point followed by the tilde, which means not like. The values do not match the pattern defined by the text that follows. Patterns must contain a wildcard or it's functionally equivalent to saying not equals. Equals, the values match the text that follows exactly. The exclamation point followed by equals means not equals. The values are not equal to the text that follows. Greater than, the values are greater than the text that follows. Less than, the values are less than the text that follows. Greater than or equal to, the values are greater than or equal to the text that follows. Less than or equal to, the values are less than or equal to the text that follows. We have only two conjunctions which link the criteria together. These are and or. And indicates values that match the criteria on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the conjunction must both be true. Or indicates the values that match either the left-hand side or the right-hand side must be true. Other important notes. If you do not provide an operator, it is assumed you mean equals. If you provide a list of values without specifying an operator, the last specified operator is assumed to be the one you want on the rest. If you do not provide conjunctions, it is assumed you mean or. The operators are not case sensitive, meaning case does not matter. A lowercase a and a capital A are the same. Okay, time to put all this new knowledge to work. Let's say you want to find all payroll expense codes in funds 224, 225, 283, and 284. You would enter the parameters as follows. In the fund field, you would enter 224, or 225, or 283, or 284. And in the object field, you would enter greater than or equal to 6100 space less than 6140. Select Run Report. This report is going to open in Excel format, and you'll see the layout is easier to manipulate and format compared to the current version. At this point, you can easily format the Excel spreadsheet into the layout you wish. For more information, see the training video on Excel formatting. That concludes our brief training on filter help and query operators. Please be sure to check back weekly for additional training videos.